Hello everybody, I'm David Radulovich and I'm here to talk to you about my absolute favorite drill to do that I actually personally use all the time. I try to do this multiple times a week. I could honestly say that it's probably responsible for me winning a World FITASC Championship. The drill, I just call it the hold point drill, but basically what it does is it teaches you what's called proprioceptive awareness of the movement of your body with the gun. Where this comes into play big time, and a lot of you will see this on your ShotKam videos at home when you're shooting, is that you feel like you're starting on the line with your hold point, but in all actuality, when you go and look at the footage on the ShotKam, you'll see that you're always starting above the line, and sometimes that can get really confusing. And this drill is actually going to help merge the two so that you can actually set your gun up by looking at where you want the point of impact to be, moving your body as one whole unit, and really get the point of impact in the place that you're looking to be at so that you're right on the line or wherever you want to be, and you'll see this happen in the ShotKam footage. So why don't we turn around and we're going to just go ahead and execute the drill. We're going to use all these different color squares right here on the wall. I need to mention that this is something you can do in your house. You can do it on the back of the side of a building at your gun club. You can do it out at a station by actually marking trees or leaves or anything. This can be done anywhere, but the best thing about this is that it's completely free, doesn't cost you ammo or targets, and I am not exaggerating when I tell you that it is probably one of the most important physical skills that you can use to improve your shooting. Okay, so to start this drill, we're going to put the ShotKam into Wi-Fi mode. The way we do that is to start with the camera off. You're going to hold the button down for 3 seconds. It's going to turn on and start broadcasting a Wi-Fi signal, which will connect to your phone, and you can watch it live streamed on the app on your iPhone or Android. So what I like to do is I put the phone on a table or something in front of me where it's it's possible for me to look at, but it's not going to be able to be seen as I'm running through the drill, because what I want is to not have immediate visual feedback for the placement of my point of impact where the gun is pointed. I want to try to understand what it feels like when I'm in the right place, and then I want to verify whether I am correct or not after I've gotten to that position. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to run through a set of different colors and numbers. The parameters that I'm going to set myself up within are that as I pick a number, the first step is going to be I want to look at the number with my eyes only, not by moving my head. Second thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust my posture without changing the angle of the gun in relation to my upper body or eyes. The reason this is important is because it develops a proprioceptive relationship that gets better and better and better as you go. What does that mean? Essentially what it means is that if every time you shot a different height bird, you stayed in the same position with your posture, but had a different angle of the gun, the actual mount that has to happen is different. So that means that essentially, if you're a sporting clays shooter, you have to learn 180 different mounts, okay? Way too hard. But if you are always in the same position with your upper body, but a different posture so that this angle is always the same, you literally will only ever have to learn one mount. And that shortcuts your learning progress to getting better in the physical movement of shooting, which is the most important part. That's what puts the gun in the right place. So I want you to pay attention to how my body is moving when I'm running through this drill and how I'm calling out these different numbers and referencing the live Wi-Fi footage on the ShotKam on the phone right next to me. So we'll start with, I personally like to go to about a 35-40 degree angle. So right here. And let's go to 2 blue again. So I'm going to look at 2 blue with my eyes, bring my posture down, and I'm going to check it again a little high. All right, so we'll do it again. 2 blue. Okay, now let's go to 3 blue. All right, not bad. Now let's go to 4 blue. Right there. Okay, so what's happening here is I'm not paying attention to where the gun looks like it is. I'm trying to see more and more detail on the thing that I want to point the gun at. This creates like a convergent point between the left eye, the right eye, and the plane of the gun. If you do this correctly, you have to, if you notice in my ShotKam footage, it'll be like, I look at the number and then I move to it and there's like a little adjustment period. What's interesting is that if you could see what I'm seeing, that I'm just staring at the blue note, but I'm feeling out the placement of the gun based off of this connectedness of familiarity in the position of my body that I've learned over time. When you first start doing this, it's going to be very difficult. Not only is it going to be very difficult, but it's going to feel super awkward. You're never going to have the right placement of your posture. You're going to get this wrong a lot. That's the point. It's important to understand that this is hard, but it builds over time. The more you do this, the better you have a spatial relationship understanding of the gun, and it's going to make it to where if you're in a tournament and you're going to set up, you'll be able to look at the line or your hold point, put the gun in position, and go straight to red number 2, or wherever it is that you need. Just as a demonstration, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you again what it would look like if I'm going to go to multiple different numbers, but by making this placement of the gun two-dimensional and visually conscious. So again, what I'm going to be doing is connecting a line between my eyes, the end of the gun, and the dot, so or the post-it, so that I perceive that my gun is on the line, so to speak. And you'll see how far all of these are off. Number 4, blue. Number 2, red. Number 1, red. Number 1, blue. That would simulate a rabbit. I bet you in the ShotKam you can't even see the ground. No, you can't. Okay, so that's basically the difference. So the way that this drill is going to work is I'm going to go through that whole point drill to get to a setup, pick a different dot, and then I'm going to mount my gun to a fully mounted position with the goal of keeping the reticle on the dot. If this is at your house, piece of paper, post-it note, whatever, but I'm going to keep it on one of these numbers throughout the process of my mount until I'm fully mounted. Now I will say it's important, you'll see what we have on the wall here, multiple different heights of placements, because I want to be able to practice doing this in different postures. To do this, because we want a little bit later feedback, I like to put my ShotKam into constant record mode. The way that you do that is starting with the camera off, you just double tap the button twice within 1 second, and you'll see a blue light turn on, and now you're ready to go. Blue number 2, so we'll go right there. Start here. Come down till I feel like it's right, and then I want to mount the gun slow motion into the pocket, trying to keep the reticle on the square. Okay, let's do the same thing again. A little bit higher posture now, same position of the gun. Bring my posture down, slow motion into the pocket. We'll see how that looked on the ShotKam. I will tell you that if you do this and you get good at it, you will be better than 95% of people in this game in terms of your actual physical understanding of the setup of your gun.